I'm about to talk about something that's usually super controversial on social media. Stop talking about 50-50 relationships. There is no 50-50. There shouldn't be 50-50 relationships, right? If you want a 50-50 relationship, you want to ruin your marriage. You want to ruin your relationship. You don't even want to marry that person. Honestly, what you should be doing is 100-100. You both give it your all. There is no 50-50. It's 100% from both of you. It's 100% from both of you. Simple as that. Simple as that. If one person is operating at 50%, then guess what? You come in, help them, you know what I'm saying? Like they operate 50% today. Okay, cool. You got 100%. You still do your part. You could do 150% to make up for that extra 200. For that extra 50%. It's supposed to be 200% total, not no 50-50. Guess what? It's supposed to be 200%. Where's the other 100% coming from? Right? Y'all want to, split. Oh, we're going to do this. No. You guys are going to do your part, do your best to fulfill your role. Do exactly what you're supposed to do and do 100. As the man, if you're the one that's paying the bills, you don't pay 50% of the bills. You pay 100% of the bills, right? As the woman, if you're doing the cooking and cleaning, you don't do 50% of the cooking and cleaning. If he's paying 100% of the bill, you do 100% of the cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the kid. That's how I see it. There's no 50-50, it's 100-100. Because if your partner is giving it their all, you should be giving your all as well. You should want to give your all. And I feel like the thing with the 50-50 relationship is like people get to start splitting things. You know what I'm saying? I do understand that, especially when it comes to as far as like paying for things like on the man's side, paying for bills, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, the times that we live in, it's not realistic to make minimum wage and do that because that's impossible. You're not making minimum wage. That's why you got to go above and beyond the average man. All right, you got to strive harder if you want to have that type of relationship where you can do 100. You do your part where your wife, like, why wouldn't you as a man want to be able to work hard? The person you love, if you feel like you shouldn't have to support your wife to a point where she can stay at home to watch your kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she don't got to go slave in a warehouse job or anything of that sort while she's pregnant or just birth the child, doing all that stuff. Then I don't think you either love the person you're with truly or you were raised correctly, honestly. Because how it should be is that, guess what? If I love this person, why would I not want to put them in a position to be able to just succeed, just be able to relax and just have a good life, right? And just be able to just do their role to the fullest extent. A woman cannot do her full role if you are having her do some of your percentage. Your percentage is taking care of, the bills, everything, making sure that she don't gotta work. Guess what? That's 100. That's literally 25% of what she's supposed to be doing, if not 50%. You know what I'm saying? So, and nowadays, a lot of the time, not saying all women, but some of the women are doing 150. The men are just doing 50% because they're like, well, my role, I'm not supposed to be taking care of the kids all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, of course, you should want to take care of your kids. We know that. But I shouldn't have to be the one taking care of the kid. I shouldn't have to be the one helping around the house, da-da-da-da. Guess what, bro? You doing 50%. It's supposed to be 100. She's doing 150. What is your problem? Vice versa. Works the same exact way. The man is paying for this. And you complain about cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand those things, that you guys your roles do 100. I want to do 100%. Just because this person is not always able to operate 100%, right? I'm gonna carry. If they are operating at, let's say, 20%, I'm gonna do 180%. Simple, right? If this person is operating at 50%, I'm gonna do 150%. This person operating at 90%, I'm gonna operate at 110%. Does that make sense? All right. A lot of people feel like in relationships is take for tack. Is, oh, well, you're not doing this, I'm gonna do this, right? And that's why the partner you choose is so important, because guess what? If you feel like there's any malintent, any malice behind them not being able to operate 100%, and it's simply just because they don't want to do it, what does that mean? That means you picked, the wrong person. But if you truly believe and you love your person that you're with, and you know that they're not taking advantage of your kindness, of you operating, who always want to operate past where you're supposed to be. You're doing 100% of your role, and now you're doing some of her roles, because guess what? You trust that, okay, something going on right now. I mean, I know exactly what's going on, but they operate at 50%. 20%, 10%. I'm going to operate past that to hold them off until they're good again and to help them out, right? So this person operating at 50%, 10%, I'm going to operate past that so I can actually help them out because I know the person I'm with, I trust them, and I believe that they truly need this help, this extra assistance, and I'm going to do that, right? Not saying you're going to do that all the freaking time because, of course, only in you can only operate, you know, for at that output for so long. Right? But that's where I said trust in the relationship comes in, trust in your partner comes in, and knowing that this person is not taking advantage of what you're doing, how you're treating them, and the fact that you're helping them extra with their roles. But yeah, make sure you pick the right partner. That's the most important thing, and everything I'm saying right here, because yes, you could be operating 100%, the person is doing 10, 20, 50%, and they're literally just always, by default, they operate at that efficiency, which is not good. At that point, you're doing your 100%, this person not doing 100%, you picked the wrong person, right? You have to make sure you set these standards because you guys are supposed to help each other grow. If this person not doing this, then you communicate with the other person, they're willing to change it, elevate, boom, you guys both operate and help each other. Okay, cool, we have this issue going on, I will help you with this issue. You have this issue going on, I'll help you with this issue. All right, so stop thinking relationships are 50-50. I don't see it as 50-50. You both operate at 100%. Simple as that. If one person falls behind, they can't operate, guess what? You pick them up, motivate them, get them to the next level, vice versa. That's how you're supposed to do it. If the person is not willing to move forward or willing to operate at a higher frequency or a higher percentage, then that's a whole different story. And that's when you go back to the drawing board, look at the person you're with, and truly analyze everything of that sort, right? So I just want to leave off with that. Always try to operate 100% in a relationship, help each other out, trust in the person you're with. If you don't trust the person you're with, you shouldn't be with them. And you want to have enough confidence to do something that almost feels stupid, if that makes sense. It's like, yo, I'm doing this thing with this person, but in any regular, if I didn't have so much trust in this person, if I was doing this thing, I would feel like I'm being used, essentially. But you trust this person so much that you know that that this person is not trying to use you, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. If that makes sense, let me know down in the comments. It's literally 1 a.m. and I have to drop some content for y'all, all right? Because I'm staying consistent. I got to drop a video every single day. We're not missing. You know, we got the rest of the year left. I'm going crazy. I'm not trying to miss. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody. I'll talk to y'all later.